Hey guys, welcome back to Simply Fortnite. I'm your host Sam, and today we're going to be talking about something very exciting. Fortnite's New Year's plans, including all the details on the big event that will be coming as the clock strikes midnight, as well as the New Year's rewards that will be available to all players at a time. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it with a bunch of exciting brand new info. So starting off, obviously the 2020 New Year event will fall right in the middle of the Winterfest event, where the last of the 14 days of challenges will fall right around the day itself actually, with 60 days left to go afterwards to finish off your challenges and grab as many presents from Crackshot as you can. Some of those present rewards, by the way, are absolutely insane, so you best make sure that you're logging every day to grab some presents. You can even get a Millennium Falcon glider for free from one of these, and there's even some brand new original skins in these things. There is literally no reason to not just log on and open some presents every day, so make sure you're doing that on a regular basis. So as I'm sure you all know, hopefully, December 31st is of course New Year, and on that day, as the clock strikes midnight, as we turn into a brand new decade this time, going into 2020, we will have an awesome live event for those present in the game. We're going to be starting off with what actually happened last year, as many leakers are saying that the event will in fact be very similar to the events that took place last year. So going through last year, a disco ball appeared through a rift in the sky, turned on, shining these giant bright multicolored lights across the world, a countdown began, and a massive fireworks display imploded, and it was insane. The disco ball blew up and we had a massive firework finale to leave it off, leaving the text 2019 in the sky. As I say, the leaks do say we can expect something similar, but obviously something's different this year, since we don't actually have rifts in this new world yet. So I think an obvious way they could replace this is by bringing back the black hole. One last thing popping through that black hole in the sky being this disco ball. I think it's the thing that would make most sense than just having the rifts pop up out of nowhere. I think that would be very random. As I say, I'm guessing we will have a lot of similarities to this, but I think they will up it in scale. Everything about this year's festive celebrations have been about upping the scale, so I'm sure Epic are going to want to do the same. In terms of themed rewards, we do obviously have 2020 New Year's themed awards within the Winterfest challenges themselves. You can get the Kickflip 2020 Skateboard Back Bling, a 2020 glider, and a disco contrail. And the presence of this disco contrail as the last item dropping on New Year's Eve does seem to confirm that this disco ball will likely return for a fairly similar event to obviously theme these things together, being that they will be dropping on the same day. So I do think though we will be having a major additional twist that will make it even bigger and better, and I'm sure we'll get plenty more people on to see what is going down. So with the Star Wars event earlier this month, we did in fact see that all of those who actually got online for the event and were present around that time were in fact rewarded very gracefully with a TIE Fighter glider, which was given to everyone who saw the event or logged on within the next 2 days after, I believe. And I think something similar will happen here, since this is a big trend and it could be something that could get so many more players on, since obviously people will be busy for New Year, people might be less determined to log on to see the event live and may more want to watch a streamer watch it and do something similar like that. I think a lot more people would get on if there's an incentive and reward to do so. An idea I have for this would you could be doing an awesome firework pickaxe. I'm sure that would be insane. You could do a spray of a firework, a banner to symbolize that you were there as the clock struck 12. I think anything along those lines would be absolutely sick. Just something to symbolize all those who were there celebrating midnight of New Year's with the Fortnite world. As I say, remember guys to keep logging in for those Winterfest challenges and rewards. There's a lot of them in there that is so worth it, so make sure you're dropping in every day. But there is something more interesting to talk about actually, being that there is so much more content left to come in Winterfest. Obviously Winterfest is covering the build up to New Year's, and as part of that they are unvaulting a different weapon every day. As of now we've had some awesome ones. We've had the stink bomb, the infantry rifle. It's been really cool to see some classic weapons back to give us another chance to play about with them, but we do have so many more to come, and the list in order of the ones that we'll be following are the tactical submachine gun, the shockwave grenade, the drum shotgun, the boom bow, the hand cannon, the suppressed submachine gun, the heavy sniper rifle, and the Boogie Bomb, and then after that we'll be repeating some before the event wraps up. So we do have pretty much every unvaulted weapon coming back to give us one last chance to play around with it. I think this is really exciting and something that's really nice for the community, as I say, to get another chance to play around and have some fun with these weapons all the way up to that date on January 6th, and after that it's really not long to wait before we get right into the next season. Shortly after New Year, the season will be wrapping up in February, somewhere between the 4th and the 13th, so in that month between Winterfest ending and Season 2 starting, we can expect to see the story of Chapter 2 starting to ramp up a bit, as we really don't have too much going on. Normally at this part we start to see the map changing, things building, something being constructed to set up our big live event. But this time we haven't really seen much going on in the way of story. Most of our loading screens have revolved around our characters just kind of exploring the map, but there is a couple that are a little more interesting. Currently, the conflict between the 8-ball and Scratch skins has been at the forefront of the story of this season, and it's pretty prominent in several of the loading screens that do show the two fighting, and even in Epic's current Twitter banner, the two are present. So it seems very likely this is very critical to Epic's plans for the story, and therefore critical to our big season-ending event that will be coming in either the late days of January or the very early days of February. An interesting feature has been emerging where the more you play as either of these two skins, 8-ball or Scratch, the more corrupted they become visually, almost as if some kind of virus is taking over, or maybe, as some have speculated, the two could be merging into one. We really have no clue where Epic are going with this, but it is very exciting to see. Obviously, this is going to be tied into that big event, since it really is the only major story lead we have as of now. The season special secret skin didn't really reveal too much about it. The story Serana seems to be fairly low-key, not too much going on there, but it is going to be very exciting to see where they go next in the next few weeks once they get Winterfest out of the way and they are free to dive right in to building up the hype for Season 2. With the end of the Winterfest event, sadly we'll also be bringing the end of the Star Wars event, where we'll likely see lightsabers disappear from the game right off the bat there, those special chests that offer lightsabers will be disappearing, and I'm sure the Star Wars skins will stop popping up in the store quite so much anyway. I know a lot of the Fortnite community have started to get a little bit annoyed with how Star Wars skins have been dominating the store the last couple of weeks between the Finn, Rey, Kylo. So many different skins, so many different cosmetics, and Fortnite really haven't been adding much in the way of new cosmetics because of that. I'm sure these cosmetics are selling big, they're insanely popular because, well, it's Star Wars and there's a massive new movie out right now, so of course they're going to want to surround themselves with that. But I think the Fortnite community are mostly ready to start seeing some new stuff coming in, start seeing some more festive skins, and hopefully some more actually themed cosmetics that will start to develop the story of the season a little bit further, so we can start to see where Epic are going within Chapter 2. A major feature of Winterfest has in fact been the snow that has rolled in across some of the map, and yet it is still yet to cover the entire map on Christmas Eve. The whole map is not yet covered in snow, so I think, as we saw last year, we will actually only see it fully cover the map on Christmas Day, I do believe, and then after that, maybe we really don't know what could happen with it. We don't know if it will start to gradually disappear, if it will stay around for the rest of the season to tie into the whole winter theme. I think that would be the sickest option, since it obviously does remain winter all the way through January. I think then with February, when we get the new map changes coming in with the release of Season 2, I think that is the perfect time to take the snow out. But I think an even cooler idea actually would be, as we go from January into February, as we start to build up towards the release of the new season where we will see some map changes, I think that is the perfect time to actually gradually take away the snow, have it melt, do something fun with it, have some fun, and I think it would be really cool to actually get on every day and see the map having evolved a little bit. Imagine if you got on every morning and a little bit more snow had melted, the map had changed, a new area had defrosted. Obviously, once the snow has actually gone away, we will actually start to see some new developments inside of Fortnite. We do know that Risky Reels has been set up to see some events going on for a while now. Obviously that was overshadowed by Star Wars events happening there, so that was kind of put on hold. But once that is all out the way now and the snow is gone, we will be seeing the area actually turned in to a dig site where there will be government vehicles and containers preparing to dig below Risky Reels to find some hidden mystery beneath that I'm sure we'll be finding out soon, and I'm sure will be deeply tied in to the story of Season 2. So that, guys, is actually going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to leave a like down below to show your support. Leave a comment down below and tell me what are you most hoping for from Fortnite's New Year's event, and what free cosmetic would you like to see given out as a reward for attending the event. And make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you all on the battle bus. Bye!